Whether your child is just learning their ABCs or getting ready to apply for college, it's never too early or too late to start planning for the cost of higher education. That's where the 529 College Savings Plan comes into play, and here to tell us more about it is financial coach Derrick Kinney. Good morning to you, Derrick.
Good morning, Erin. Great to see you.
So glad to have you, especially because this is so timely as kids start to go back to school.
Yeah.
We want to plan. We want to make sure that we are ready to go. So what exactly is a 529 plan, and how does it help families save for education?
Well, one of the biggest stressors families have is how can I afford college and how can I pay the least amount of taxes to do it? That's where a 529 comes in. It's a part of the tax code that it's a family-friendly version that says, look, if you put money away for college, we're not going to tax it now, and when you take it back out, the government says we're not going to tax it then either. So it's tax deferred and tax-free, so it gives people a great way to save money and pay no taxes, and we love doing that.
Okay, yeah, I like the way this sounds. Gosh, okay, is this new? Did it just get started, or has this always been in place?
This has been in place for a long time. The problem is most people
so
don't know about it. That's you might have missed out here.
Chance.
Well, and the reality is, listen, the average cost in Texas of a college is about $10,000 for a public school, but it can be $20,000 to $25,000 for a private school. So these are great ways to save on taxes. The key is, though, saving now. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. If you can just put some away, it can really save for a rainy day.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so what kind of educational expenses can these funds actually cover? Do you use it at your discretion?
Well, not totally your discretion. There's a list. It covers room and board, tuition fees, computer-related things. Get this, though, it's not just for college anymore. You could use them for K through 12 expenses, especially for our viewers that might have a private school. The key before you spend it, though, is make sure it's allowed to be used, and you've got to use it in the same calendar year. If I buy the computer in 2025, I need to use my 529 in 2025 as well.
Got it. Okay, so a few stipulations there, but for the most part, a really good path to take to make sure that you're saving that money. Now, are there different types of 529 plans, especially for everybody who has something different going on?
Yeah, so there's two big versions. First of all is a way to save for it now. Let's say my son or daughter is 5 years old. I've got 13 years till they're 18. I'm going to save it, and I get to pick how aggressive or conservative I want the money to grow based on my risk tolerance. But the best way, Erin, is it gradually gets more conservative the closer they get to school, so the money's there. Also, there's what's called the Texas Promise Fund, and we know about this because it's a prepaid tuition plan.
Okay.
So let's say your son or daughter, let's say they're 5 years old, you've got 13 years to go, you can lock in the cost of college now by buying credits, and then when they go to college, they pay today's price, not 13 years from now price.
Really?
So that can be a big deal. Again, the key is to talk to your advisor and make sure you got the money to do it, but just with some careful planning, you can really save a lot of money and give your kids a great head start.
Because Lord knows what college is going to cost
in
another 13 years.
The cost of a house. Yeah, that's right.
If you have a small child, you need to be writing this down. Any pros and cons that we should know about to be wary of?
Well, the biggest pro, of course, is it's forced savings. Once the money's there, it has to be used for college. Now, let's say your son or daughter doesn't go to school, you could transfer it to your other son or daughter or other relatives.
Right.
But if you take it out and don't use it for education, it's fully taxable, and there's a big 10% penalty, a big slap on the wrist. The biggest con, though, is let's say your son or daughter doesn't go to school or they want to start a business, they can't use that money. So here's what I tell people to do. Put about 20 to 25% of your money into 529. Put the rest of it, this is my terminology, in what's called an education empowerment fund, which is just a brokerage account, so it's totally liquid. If your son or daughter wants to launch a business or buy a YouTube channel or do something entrepreneurial, you've got the money to do that as well. You give them options, that's the key.
Okay, but I do like what you said, and it may be a con for some people, but like you said, almost like a forced savings plan, because I think sometimes adults, we're human too, right? And we like to spend our money the way we want to, but we also want to be thinking about our children's future. And maybe this is a step that you can take that helps you be financially responsible so that you can provide that future for your child. This is such good tips. I mean, I've learned so much this morning. I don't even have children. Tell me, where can people find you if they have many more questions for you?
Just go to DerrickKinney.com. Also, we post on Instagram at Derrick Kinney daily ways to save money, make money, and help your kid be a millionaire.
There you go. There's plenty of time to do it. Thank you so much, Derrick, for joining us.
Pleasure.
And to learn more tips, like he said, you can visit DerrickKinney.com or go to @DerrickKinney on socials.